of 3 seconds, and that's what they wanted to keep from happening was guys like Wilt Chamberlain, Shaquille O'Neal from just guarding the basket. The kick out. Adams going to shoot the three. Left wide open. He's got his own rebound.
Good follow by Adams.
Kai Kirby was one of 2 hot dogs in double figures against Carroll the last time we saw him on our airwaves. He had over 20 points that night. He and Alex Farley. Most of Farley's came in that fourth quarter where he put on a shooting clinic.
And most of those three-pointers Alex shot, man, they were easily 2 or 3, 4 steps behind the three-point line.
This one knocked away. Frankfort has a long possession, but unable to come up with any points on their first possession of the game. Hess gets it over to Watson. One thing that this Southmont team does really well, Joe, at least looking at it on paper, they rebound as a team. I mean, it seems like every single one of their guys are around 4 and 5 rebounds. Very similar to what Frankfort has to do, usually because they've got a smaller lineup on the floor.
Exactly. So, maybe to your point there about the Southmont being good rebounders, maybe that's why Adams got the start here this evening.
Frankfort averages around 21 rebounds per game. Southmont around 28.
Wondered if Coach Scholl saw that how they were defensing Adams on that, so that he put Lucas Wagner in the game here quickly, maybe making sure that way you have to have 5 people guard 5 people for Southmont.
Get it to Wood here. The kick out to Wayne Scott. It's our PTW tonight, our player to watch, and he finds Farley. Farley gets the scoring started. Alex having a fantastic junior season.
Farley coming in averaging a little over 14 points a game, both he and Kirby averaging around 14 and a half per game, so good solid season for them.
Hess puts it on the deck, gets around Kirby, finds a shooter in the corner. That's Rimondo, and he knocks it down. Rimondo on the board, 3-2 Southmont. Kirby quickly up the floor, and then an errant pass there.
Rimondo knocking down that three, coming in at about 30% on his three, so no big surprise that he knocked those down. Out of the corner, wide open.
Under 5 minutes to go here in the first. Watson trying to use his body there to gain some space. They get it back to Hess. Hess looking for help. I saw by Wood closing out there on Rimondo that time after he knocked one down from that exact same spot a moment ago. Now Hess on the drive and a traveling violation called. Slow going here in the first quarter. Both teams kind of filling each other out. Wood, corner, Wagner, three. Got it. Lucas Wagner.
Lucas Wagner has been very good coming off the bench and knocking down some threes.
He is not gun shy, and it does not take him long to warm up. He had a couple of those the other night.
Evan Watson with his first basket of the evening. Nice drive to the hole.
So 5-5 early. Kirby gets to his left hand and able to finish. That's such a strong part of Kirby's game, is in and around the paint.
It is. He loves that left-handed side on that left-handed layup.
Kai listed at 5'10", and you know he's got those broad shoulders for being a I don't want to say shorter at 5'10", but he gets in there amongst the guys that are 6'6", like Austin Foley, and he's not afraid to bang.
No, he's very willing to get in there and mix it up underneath.
Kirby kick, Wagner 3, got it again.
Nice kick out by Kirby. Lucas Wagner 2 for 2 on his threes.
And then Kirby on the steal and putback. A quick 5 points there for Frankfort. Nobody stops the ball here, and Hayden Hess able to score on the other end. Now Farley to the hoop.
Wow.
We've got open gym rocking right now.
Talk about playing through contact there, Alex Farley. Wow.
14-7 as Frankfort has doubled up Southmont here early. We went from no scoring to a barrage very quickly. A turnover here on Southmont. No, they say it was deflected.
Yeah, couldn't see that for sure. It looked like it was just bounced off the Southmont leg, but official says no.
Last touch by the Hot Dogs. You know, one would argue, Joe, and I know Wagner's knocked down a couple of threes, but that might be a young man that you start looking at putting in the starting lineup to just get your offense going early.
Yeah. Or maybe he feels a little more comfortable coming off the bench. You don't know, but he is definitely good at knocking down the threes when he first comes in the game. We have seen him do that multiple times this year.
No sixth man of the year voting in high school, but you would think Lucas Wagner might have a shot there, at least in the county. Lucas Oppie gets the shot here in the lane. Lead cut to 5. There's Kirby going hard to the bucket again. And I believe they're going to get McMasters. 22 for Southmont. Aaron McMasters will pick up his first. Kirby at the line. Solid free throw shooter on the season. He knocks down his first here.
Coming in, free throw, shooting 70%. Always good to get that first one through the net.
Those 1 of 2 on the broadcaster jinx is in full effect tonight.
Yep. We do what we do.
McMasters on the push, and he goes right down the floor and scores. 6'2 junior. This one knocked away from Wayne Scott, but Wood there on the recovery. Wagner just misses his third 3 of the game. Southmont pushes, and now they'll slow it up. I take that back. Just a little loop-de-doo as Watson looked like he was playing half-court basketball there. He had to dribble it back out to clear it and then attack the bucket.
Good left-handed move by Watson.
Farley. Alex Farley for 3. He says,
hey,
hang on, Wagner, let me get in on this.
Absolutely. Good to see Alex knock down his first 3.
18-13, lead back to 5. Boy, it looked like we were in tune for a 9-8 baseball score here after 1. Both of these teams quickly filling it up. Farley, the throw-ahead pass. Kirby, the run-out. Shot up good.
Nice throw-ahead by the Hot Dogs, getting Kirby another basket.
7 points for Kai Kirby. He's had some good games this season. But I'm not going to lie, Joe. I feel like when cameras are on, he's one of those guys that he don't run from the limelight. He likes to.
Yeah, he gets right in there. There's no doubt about that.
We get a foul here on the floor. You see Watson putting some pressure there.
Get a review here, yeah. Lucas Wagner, number 12, there taking the swat at the ball. Needs to scoot over with his feet, get in front of that ball handler, stop the penetration.
The surprising thing there is they actually whistled Wood. I think they got the wrong number. I'm with you. Wood was trailing on the play.
Yeah.
There was no contact between those two. Under 20 seconds to go. Shot in the lane, up and in for Hess. He's got 4 now. Frankfort quickly the other way. Farley, baseline jumper, no. Got to get it up quick, and they will not beat the buzzer. After 1, 20-15, Frankfort on top by 5. We'll step aside when we come back. Second quarter action heads your way on ISC. Welcome back to Case Arena. Tonight's game brought to you by the Frankfort Eagles. Number 976, we've been serving the community since 1905 with over 900 members locally. Frankfort Eagles offer something for everyone. For more information on who they are and what they do, visit FOE.com or stop by the Frankfort Eagles at 408 North Main Street in Frankfort. It's also brought to you by Aaron's Flooring. They offer luxury vinyl plank, carpet installation, and more. Visit aaronsflooringllc.com or give them a call at 601-4145 for a free quote. As Farley had a nice first quarter, he gets the scoring going here in the second.
Sean, real quick, one of our keys to the game was intensity, and I thought Frankfort answered the bell on that side, the intensity. I thought their defense, even though they gave up 15 first quarter points, I thought much, much better than the previous game.
Seven-point lead here for Frankfort. Operating in his own defense right now. There's active hands from Farley. Nearly caused the turnover. Foot on the line from Hess. Shot short, and now a push underneath against Southmont.
Edwin Wainscott doing a good job boxing out over the back on Southmont.
So Austin Foley will draw the foul there. Really a pretty clean first quarter as well. A lot of whistles.
Went quickly.
Wagner had two in the first. This one off the mark. He's now 2 for 4 from three. Hess. This three knocked down by Raimondo. He's got a pair. 6 points tonight for Vince. Relatively young squad here for Southmont as well. I mean, they do have 4 seniors on the roster, but you're seeing a lot of underclassmen on the floor right now. Head coach Michael Byram in his first year at Southmont. That shot strong off the glass by Kirby.
Ty Kirby getting to the basket one more time on that left side. Strong hand gets him right there.
Jumper, Rebondo, that one rattles out. And now a loose foul on Frankfort is trying to keep Foley off the glass.
Take a look at that. Yeah, you can see Wagner definitely give it a little shove there. Official caught him. Picks up his first foul, Lucas Wagner does.
Throw this one into the backcourt to Watson. So Raimondo thought about that one.
Yeah, he did.
Nice fake here. Found an open spot. No, and there's Hess.
Leading rebounder for Southmont, Hess doing his thing.
And the good battle down low as Lucas Oppie gets a field goal in the paint. And we'll get a timeout here as Coach Scholl wants to talk it over as Southmont gets it to within 4. If you've experienced their loss or you're just planning in advance, Dan Ginda Funeral Home wants you to know that they're here for you every step of the way. Planning a funeral is an emotional and sometimes overwhelming thing, and making sure you have the right information can certainly make things easier. At Day and Ginda Funeral Home, it's their mission to serve the families and treat them like family of their own. For more information about the services Day and Ginda Funeral Homes offer, please visit dayandginda.com. We also want to thank the Farmers Bank. They like helping everyone grow, from business owners running multi-million dollar companies to first-timers just opening a savings account. Drawing over 140 years of history to honor the principles of personal connection and individual attention that have been there since the founding in 1876. And that's why you don't have to be a farmer to be a farmer. Let's grow. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Out of the timeout, Frankfort with the basketball and a 4-point lead. It feels like Frankfort's been in control most of this, but Southmont refusing to go away, Joe.
Yeah, Southmont doing a great job, especially on the offensive glass. That last possession, they were just beating the heck out of that glass. And Frankfort needs to secure those rebounds. Good job, Doug Wood.
Wood rips that one away. Out-muscles Oppie for the rebound. Good defense there from Hess, able to stay in front of Farley. Wayne Scott. Frankfort's going to reverse the ball now. Good curl, Wagner. Shot. Just leaves it a little short.
Lucas Wagner had those first two go downs. Had some great shots since. Just hadn't got one back in there after his first 2 threes went in.
So the junior Evan Watson with the ball now over to Hess. This is going to be a senior dominant team a year from now. Quite a few juniors on the floor, as mentioned a few moments ago. This one knocked out of bounds, last touch by the Mounties.
Yeah, they're playing, as you mentioned here a while back, Southmont playing a little better here towards the end of the year, so those underclassmen getting those valuable minutes has paid off, so they'll be a strong outfit next year probably.
Looking ahead to tournament play, these Frankfort Hot Dogs, they'll play next week, and with the sectional being one of the larger sectionals, they'll start on Tuesday night, but Frankfort will play on Wednesday. So one game on Tuesday night, that'll be Western versus Twin Lakes. That'll be here at Case Arena for the fans that want to come watch in attendance. And then on Wednesday night, back-to-back games as you'll get Benton Central versus West Lafayette, and then Frankfort versus Rensselaer Central. North Montgomery actually with a bye. It's kind of a double bye almost because they don't play until Friday.
Yeah, right. So
right into the semifinal round.
I think the Frankfort sectional is wide open. Wide open. You got a lot of different teams that could win that.
For sure. Saw Western on our airwaves at ISC last night as Wayne Scott knocks down the shot. They earned just their 5th win of the season, but they did it by beating Carroll by 20 points.
At Carroll.
At Carroll.
Maybe they're peaking at the right time too.
Wayne Scott goes 1 of 2, and then Doug Wood on the offensive glass.
Good hustle by Doug Wood. Love to see that. Had 2 guys trying to box him out, didn't quit, stayed with it, and got that rebound.
This one knocked out of bounds. Healthy Communities are committed to reducing the risk factors contributing to chronic disease, including health disparities, by decreasing stigma and encouraging policy, system, and environmental changes. The vision of Healthy Communities is to make the healthy choice the easy choice. For more information, visit healthyclintoncounty.org. A torrid pace already here to this first half. We're 3 minutes away from halftime. Farley runs out of real estate, but
I think we got a bump there on Southmont.
There you go. Foul on Aaron McMasters.
Yeah. Trying to shut the baseline off, didn't get there in time.
For the Southmont squad, we'll get their sectional draw up for you here momentarily. That's Carson Hale into the game for Frankfort. He loses the dribble there. And then Hess on the sideline, out of bounds.
Frankfort almost a turnover in that first quarter. Frankfort 2, Southmont 3 turnovers. So both teams taking care of the basketball.
Kirby puts it on the deck, goes right this time, and draws a foul. This foul be whistled against Lucas Oppie. The Southmont bunch will play in the Greencastle sectional. Their opening round game, they drew Cascade. Or excuse me. They don't have it on here yet. Let me grab that. Excuse. They drew the bye in that sectional.
Southmont play Friday night then?
They will play Yes, if I could get the website to cooperate with me today without ads being over the top of it. Looked like they played the winner of Cloverdale and North Putnam. 25-20 your score. Looking inside here, they get it to the big fella, and Foley's able to get his first field goal tonight.
Good ball movement by the Mounties in the lane there. Cutting it, Frankfort lead down to 3. Number 4, Michael, checked into that last dead ball there for Frankfort, getting his first action this evening, and a good move by Farley in the lane.
Yeah, thank you for pointing that out, Jack Michael, the junior. So Foley picks up his second foul, and that's one thing Frankfort would like to do is get the big fella in foul trouble. He's got 2 so far. Farley, a fantastic free throw shooter on the season.
Good thing we didn't jinx that one. Farley shooting 86% on the free throws. Excellent job.
It's in double figures here for Frankfort.
And
I was joking with his dad before the game, and I said, hey, tell Alex he doesn't have to wait until the fourth quarter to score 20.
Absolutely.
He can get going earlier if he wants. He had put on such a shooting performance against Carroll. They just came on too late. They ran out of time. If there was more time in that game, I really feel like Frankfort might have made a run.
Yeah. Both Kirby and Farley had a good scoring fourth quarter in that game against Carroll, but like you said, just a little too much too late.
Jack Michael whistled for his first foul. Raimondo. He's got a nice ball fake. Get it to Hess. Raimondo traveled here. Right idea. Drug the pivot foot.
I'm impressed by the way on the offensive end Southmont moves the basketball. They whip it around pretty good. They drive down through the lane. Always heads up looking for their teammates.
Under a minute. We'll see if Frankfort elects to hold for one here. If they get something wide open, they may take it. Michael looking for Wayne Scott, and then he puts it down and steps out of bounds. So the turnover gives the ball back to the Mounties.
See if that turnover hurts Frankfort here on the last shot for Southmont. Would assume Southmont would hold their time here for the last shot of the half.
Good dish on the dump down. Nice recovery defensively by Frankfort. Under 20 now. Kirby on Hess. They switch off. Now Kirby on Raimondo. You're going to get a foul against Kirby here. A little bit of a cheap one.
Yeah, cheap one. You hate to pick those up that far away from the basket. Kai's first foul. Only 3 in the quarter for Frankfort. Ball out of bounds, Southmont.
See what Southmont can do with the final possession of the half. Frankfort actually going to have a shot at it. Wood a little short there, and 26-22 is our score as we head to the break. A slower scoring second quarter, but still a 4-point lead here for the home team. We'll take a break. When we come back. Halftime show heads your way right here on ISC.
Frankfort Eagles 976 has bingo every Wednesday night. Early birds beginning at 6 p.m. and regular bingo starting at 7 p.m. Packets are $25 and includes every game you need to play. They also have Saturday bingo the first Saturday of every month, with early birds starting at 4 p.m. and regular bingo starting at 5 p.m. Big game payouts each game with 3 to 4 chances to win different jackpot games each day. Great for individuals or groups because everyone enjoys winning lots of money. You must be 18 years or older to play.
Former WNBA star Katie Douglas Poe is now the owner of fitness franchises that help people get healthier and more active. And even though she comes from the world of elite athletics, Katie's favorite customers are the ones pursuing modest goals. We're proud to provide her with that same kind of personal support and individual attention to her finances, which is why, when it comes to her banking, Katie is a farmer. The Farmers Bank. Let's grow.
Healthy Communities of Clinton County is committed to reduce the risk factors contributing to chronic disease, including health disparities by decreasing stigma and encouraging positive changes. HCCC is here for the community with systems of care navigators, insurance assistance, prenatal classes, mental health programs, substance use prevention, and more. To help make the healthy choice the easy choice, contact us at 659-6063 or through our website, healthyclintoncounty.org.
Rondell Sims is a successful entrepreneur and beloved grandpa, in part because he's responsive and attentive. That also just happens to be what he looks for in a financial partner. And when it comes to his bank, Rondell is a farmer.
Welcome back here at the half, 26-22, Frankfort leading conference foe Southmont by 4. Our halftime show brought to us by Fiberhawk. Fast, affordable Fiberhawk. Make sure you hit them up for all of your fiber internet needs. Some more of the senior night festivities taking place. They did the basketball players, they did the cheerleaders, a lot of that beforehand, and now honoring some of the band and other seniors here.
And so that's good to see. I mean, any seniors here that have done a lot here in the winter season for not only basketball but the other sports, so it's good to see them get some recognition.
And I'll tell you, those members of the band, they rock.
They do a good job here at
Frankfort's
Frankfort.
band is fantastic.
They've done very, very well this year.
Scoring at the half, as we said, Frankfort leads by 4. Alex Farley's got 10 points to lead the way. Kai Kirby right there with him. He's got 9. They got 6 from Lucas Wagner, 1 from Edwin Wainscott, and that rounds out your scoring for Frankfort. Again, just, 6 points there in that second quarter.
Yeah.
So not a lot of scoring there for Frankfort, but they still lead this one by 4. On the other side, it's really kind of spread out. Vince Rimondo has 6 points to lead the way. They've got 3 players with 4, 2 players with 2.
Right.
But Southmont's right there within striking distance.
Yeah, Southmont's got 6 players in the scoring column, while Frankfort only had 4 in that first half. Very competitive first half. I thought both teams played hard. They played smart. For that first half, Southmont 4 turnovers, Frankfort 3. So both teams going at it hard, but they weren't turning the ball over. So we should be on tap for a great second half here, Sean.
Yeah, you talk tail of the tape. Not a lot of turnovers, not a lot of whistles, and there's nothing much of foul trouble to be concerned about. A couple of players from Southmont have 2. A handful of Frankfort players have 1, and so we should have pretty clear, basketball 5-on-5, starters versus starters the rest of the way here in this one, which is always exciting. You like to see the players dictate the outcome.
Yeah, exactly.
Not get themselves into foul trouble.
Yeah, it's a great point. Yeah, no foul trouble for either team. So, should be a rock'em sock'em here in the second half.
We'll step aside for a quick break. When we come back, we'll talk about first half adjustments or second half adjustments, and we'll show you the first half highlights. I'll get it out of it.
We got it.
We run some of the first half highlights here, brought to us again by Fiberhawk, and it was slow scoring at first, about the first 2, 3, 4 minutes of the game, and then all of a sudden we got a plethora of scoring going there in the first.
Exactly. You were right. Things were slow out of the gates. Lucas Wagner, one of his 2 3-pointers in that first half, but both teams quickly picked up the pace there towards the end of the first quarter. Get to see some of the highlights here. Southmont scoring 2, Frankfort. One thing Kai Kirby does very well left-handed is to get to that basket for a layup there. So, Frankfort's maintaining the lead here. The first half had a 5-point lead the first quarter, 4-point lead at halftime, as you continue to see the first half highlights here.
What about, second half adjustments? Is there anything that you can see that one team is doing well, the other team needs to adjust to, Joe? Or if you're in the locker room, what's your message at the half?
I'd say, just maintain your intensity on the defensive end. Both teams, I thought, did a really good job with that. I don't think there's any major adjustments that I saw in that first half that we need to do here in the second half for either team. It's just keep doing what you're doing and take care of that basketball, keep your turnovers down, and knock your shots in and see what happens.
On paper, looking at it, these two teams really kind of rivaled each other with records are narrowly the same. They kind of spread out their scoring amongst the team. And here tonight we're kind of seeing both teams are executing their offense. Neither one of them are turning the ball over.
Yeah.
Neither one of them are killing it on the glass per se. So I'm with you. I don't see a ton of adjustments. It's who's going to execute down the stretch.
Exactly. I think that's what you'd be telling the kids here at the halftime, and just stay with it. Here's one of the offensive rebounds. I thought Frankfort just got to continue to box out on the defensive guy to keep Southmont off the offensive end. Do that, and I think you're going to stand a real good chance to come away with the victory here tonight, Frankfort.
As these highlights continue to roll along, and really thought that Foley might be a handful for Frankfort down low. So far, he just has the 2 points. And I'm with you. I think that's why Coach Scholl may have rolled the dice and went with Adams, put a little size out there trying to match up.
Yeah, and I think Southmont said, hey, Adams isn't going to hurt us outside, so they were definitely sagging. The gentleman who was guarding Adams was sagging deep into the paint there for Southmont, and that was kind of clogging things up, the rest of the offense for Frankfort. So Adams didn't see a lot of minutes in that first half. They like you said, they started him, but they wanted to try something different there on the offensive end.
Still working through the senior festivities here, so halftime going to be a little bit more extended this evening as they've stopped the clock at 3 minutes, which is the time that they give them to warm back up out here. They'll sound the buzzer soon.
Yeah. But, again, I mentioned it here at the start of the halftime, and I'll say it again, I think the people who you see are getting out there on the floor, getting recognition, well-deserved.
Great job by the fans. They showed the basketball players and some of the cheerleaders and athletes the love there before the game, and now giving the band their just due here at the half. I think that's absolutely awesome. And again, this band rocks.
Yeah, because
they went out and learned the Blue Chip song in like no time, and man, it sounded as good to me.
Yeah.
When they did it as it did 30 years ago.
Yeah, they've had a good year, the band has, and they add a lot to the evening of basketball. So, obviously, here on senior night, they deserve their kudos.
I know I love when they play the Diaz walkout song, the pitcher, the closer that comes out.
Yeah.
That is just fantastic. Gets me fired up, ready to go. 2:44 on the clock. We'll step aside one more time when we come back. Third quarter action heads your way right here on ISC. Always an awesome night here at Case Arena when we get to work with the students from Frankfort High School. And I'll tell you what, these students do a fantastic job. A little bit of bugs in the system tonight as we're paying homage to the old silent films of the 1920s. So when we go to commercial break, we just decided no audio tonight. It's okay. It happens. Bear with us through that. We apologize for the technical difficulties. But please, you can see the sponsors on the screen as we've been running their commercials. Make sure you patron those guys. Without them and their support, we would not be able to put these games on. We would not be able to work with these students like we do and get them on the job training that bring these games into your living room. So please.
Right. And I second that. Richard Schlee and the Hot Dog TV crew, great job. Thank you for all that you do. It makes our job so much easy.
Top notch. Want to give some love to Indy Card Exchange before we start the third quarter here. For more than 30 years, Indy Card Exchange has been your trusted source for buying and selling trading cards of all kinds. And now they're refining the game of professional grading with consultation services to save you time and money. So you just take your cards down there, you set up an appointment. They'll say, hey, get this one graded. Hey, don't get this one graded. That way you make sure you get a bigger bang for your buck when it comes back from PSA or Beckett or any of those places. For more information, go to IndyCardExchange.com. About 30% of that was the actual read, and the other 70% was me improvising there.
And you did a great job.
I'm passionate about card collecting.
And a great job. Frankfort opening up here in the zone that they ran most of the second quarter this game.
They've done a good job of limiting Hayden Hess, one of the top scorers for the Southmont team. He had just 4 points there in the first half. Frankfort in the zone defense. They do start Isaac Adams here at the start of the second half as well. That shot missed, and then, you want your teammates to communicate there, but you can't fault the effort. Two players crashing the glass.
Frankfort had a couple players' hands on the ball, but knock it out of bounds, so Southmont ball underneath.
Get the ball inside here to Watson. He'll back things out and set up the offense for the Mounties. Ball on the deck, knocked loose. And then Wayne Scott couldn't come up with it. Joe, I have been waiting all season long, as Edwin Wainscott has. I want him to get a breakaway. He needs a cherry pick one time. I want to see this dunking ability we keep hearing about.
Yeah, that would be good. I would love to see that.
Hess goes baseline. No. Foley there. Good sign of sportsmanship as Adams helps Hess up off the floor.
Once again, Southmont doing what they've done well this evening, crashing the offensive boards, getting the rebound, and an opportunity here for 2 free throws.
That's a big fella, Isaac Adams, first foul of the game. Foley able to knock the first one down. He's got 3 points tonight. Lead trimmed to 3. And able to knock that one in as well. Sports fans, make sure you tune in to ISC on Friday night as the Carroll Cougars will host Eastern. That'll wrap up our regular season coverage on ISC, at least here in our local area, as Farley knocks down a 3.
Nice kick out to Farley. Good to see him knock down his first shot here in the second half.
Hess. Watson, no. Hot potato there as Wood unable to hold it. Rimondo's 3. Off the mark, and last touch by the official.
Yeah, you're correct. Frankfort here needs to get some stickum on their hands here. They've had the hands on the ball here, a couple possessions underneath them. Kind of knocked it around. Glad to see Frankfort get a possession here.
Kirby back to Wood. A 5-point game. It seems to be this is where the margin's been most of the night. Kirby around the defense, leaves it a little short. Adams fighting down there, but Foley comes out with it. Corner. Rimondo, 3. That one rattles out.
Way down in there on that 3.
We saw him knock down 2 of those in the first half.
Get a look at that. That thing had to touch the net on the inside there.
Number 12, Kyler McCandless is going to come into the game. Give the big fella in Foley a rest.
Foley's third foul, going to the bench.
Wood working off the screen. He's been scoreless so far here tonight. Wood and Wainscott, those two of those glue guys that really help do the dirty work for Frankfort. Open things up for the scoring of Kirby and Farley.
Right. Good point.
It's always nice when you get those nights from them, though, where they give you 9, 10, 12 points a game. Coach Scholl, 8-13 here in his first season at the helm of Frankfort. Got a couple of other stops as he coached at Spring Valley and Rising Sun. Farley, 3, got it. He's dialing it in now. 16 for Alex Farley.
Second 3 of the half.
The zone from Frankfort really slowing down Southmont. Little inside-outside action. That 3 short. And now a run out. Wood the other way. Taking on a couple of them and almost got a circus shot to go. That goes in. I'm asking where the peanuts are at.
Absolutely. The degree of difficulty for Doug Wood there. I'm sure he thought he got a bump. The reason he put that here, we get to take a look at that spin cycle. Almost went in.
Man, I'll tell you, that's Sports Center top 10 if it goes in.
Absolutely.
Guaranteed. Tonight's game brought to you by the Frankfort Eagles. And they've been serving the community since 1905 with over 900 members locally and growing. The Frankfort Eagles offer something for everyone. They got bingo on Wednesday nights. They've got the golf simulator in there. They bring in the bands. They've got food. You name it, they do it, and they contribute a ton of money locally to the schools here in Clinton County. For more information on who they are and what they do, visit FOE.com or stop by the Frankfort Eagles at 408 North Main Street in Frankfort. We also want to thank the Farmers Bank. Ever since their founding in 1876, they have had that personal connection and individual attention and drawn on over 140 years of their history to make sure that they take care of you and every need that you have, and that's why you don't have to be a farmer to be a farmer. Let's grow. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Out of the timeout, Frankfort with an 8-point lead. 3 here to cut it to 5, no. Raimondo on the rebound for Southmont. Good interior pass inside this zone, and then traveling violation called. Good defense, Kai Kirby.
Frankfort getting their hands on the ball there. Ball goes in the middle, collapsing, getting a turnover on the Mounties.
Foley will come back into the game here. He's got those 3 fouls, so he's got to play smart down low here for Southmont. Kirby, a little high dribble there, and they'll get him for the carry. Unable to keep his hand on top of the ball.
Kind of an unforced turnover there. He was headed to the basket. Think something might have good come out of that, but we had a turnover.
Always good to see Superfan Forrest in the building. He traded in his blue and white candy stripes and his Frankfort hard hat this past weekend. It was in here supporting the Lady Bulldogs as they made the run to semi-states. Farley with the steal and score.
Good steal, Alex Farley.
8 in the quarter, 18 in the game. Always good to see the county come together. You can be rivalries when you're playing against each other, but by golly, when one of them was making a deep run in the playoffs, it was good to see the community come out and support the Lady Bulldogs. Joe, you were here in attendance?
Yeah, real quick there for Clinton Central Lady Bulldogs. Great tournament, and that was one of the better exciting games Saturday evening that you could hope to see.
Absolutely. an amazing turnout, especially for a 1A game like that. We had a great crowd.
Yes.
And then an electric atmosphere. And heart goes out to the Clinton Central Bulldogs.
Yes. Lost a heartbreaker at the end.
Shot, but
man, they had a great season, a great tournament run. But, boy, that was a great game to watch Saturday.
That day in Genda Funeral Homes, the families they serve aren't just their clients. They're also their neighbors and friends. Just as each life follows its own path, deciding how you would like to remember and honor your loved one is truly a personal journey. For more information about the services Day and Genda Funeral Homes offer, please visit dayandgenda.com. So I want to thank Ardente Dental, where they offer high-tech dentistry with a personal touch. Whether you're a brand new patient or you've been with them for years, they're here to serve you. Give them a call at 654-7222 or go to their website at ardentedental.com. Ardente Dental, we bring smiles to life. Get braces for just $199 a month.
Well, Sean, the Hot Dogs able to open up a 10-point lead here with 2:49 to go in the third. So see if they can maintain the lead, maybe build on that.
Frankfort's been able to pull away a little bit here of late.
Southmont's had a tough shooting quarter here, only 2 points here so far in the third quarter for Southmont.
And those coming from the free throw line.
They've had a lot of shots kind of rim in and out. It looked like they were going down, but just did not.
Frankfort will get the ball back to Farley here. Kick it out to Adams. And, I was told by player on the Frankfort Hot Dog team is Wood. Almost got the block there. McMaster is able to score. The Isaac Adams is actually a pretty good three-point shooter.
Okay.
Now, we've not seen him be real aggressive with it here tonight. Kirby gets all the way to the bucket and scores. He's in double figures now with 11.
Adams hasn't shot many threes, so confidence level may not be real high to do that in the game yet.
McMasters puts it on the deck. Into the lane, draws some contact. You can tell McMaster spent some time in the weight room. He's a built young man right here.
Not afraid to take it down the middle, as we see on the highlight here. Got some contact, opportunity for 2 free throws.
We'll give that one to Wayne Scott. A warmer day in Indiana today as McMasters gets the first to go. We got temperatures almost 60 degrees.
Great.
They could just keep climbing for me.
Yeah. Love it.
McMasters converts both. Lead cut to 8, back to single digits. Wood leaves that one a little short. Last touch by Adams. So they still have the Blue Chips insignia there on the floor. I thought that was pretty cool that they left that out there after the game.
Mm-hmm.
We had the Dolphin for a while, and then they got that removed. They're on John Milholland court. You had the pleasure of playing for Coach Milholland, correct?
I did.
Turnover here against Southmont.
I sure did.
I had the pleasure of getting to know Mr. Milholland as an administrator when he was here at Frankfort High School. He was a principal when I was going through. He was always firm but fair.
Firm but fair. That's all you can ask for. It's fair. Good job, Kai Kirby once again getting on that left-hand side.
Good
Nice
dump down.
pass.
Foley gets this one to go.
Easy 2 for Foley.
Foley with 6 now. Lead back to 8. Farley left the ball behind momentarily. Farley trying to get some space around Raimondo.
Frankfort looking content to hold to the final shot of the quarter.
And now a foul here. Starting to hear more of the terminology in high school basketball about fouls to give and things of that nature after they changed the rules a little bit.
Exactly. And the Southmont wanted they have a couple more fouls to give. They only have 2 this quarter.
Starting to see teams use it on the final plays of the quarter. They wait till it gets to 7 seconds and somebody's driving. They foul him on the floor. Kirby up and good.
So much for holding for the final shot, but it worked out good for Kirby and the Hot Dogs.
And we'll see here. It looked like he said count the bucket. Basket's good. He just signaled that. So an and one opportunity for Kai Kirby. Kai with 15 as Vince Raimondo checks back into the game for Southmont. They'll get Foley out. He's got those 3 fouls. I love the conversation going on down here between the official and Coach Byram. Kirby gets that free throw to go. Coach Byram saying he's got his hands straight up. The official said no, he had his hands down just a little bit. Kind of high-fived him.
Yeah.
Under 10. Hess, left-handed, beautiful
nice
take.
Drive. That's a great drive by Hess.
6 for Hess. Kirby leaves the ball behind McMasters. That one rims out. 41-32 after 3. Stay tuned. A fantastic fourth quarter heads your way on ISC right after this. Hey, we're back here at Case Arena, Frankfort High School. Beautiful arena here in Indiana. Seating capacity right around 5,500. We saw it filled to capacity for the Blue Chips reunion game. So that's definitely one of the highlights from this basketball season as we're getting towards the end of the regular season. You start to look back and reflect, and what a moment that was here at Frankfort High School.
That was a cool game, Sean. And we had the opportunity to do that game and thoroughly enjoyed that. It was great to see, I've said it so many times, it was great to see Case Arena full that night and loud and boisterous, and it was a sight to see.
Frankfort will start out with the basketball first. They get it to Farley. And now Farley going to earn a trip to the free throw line, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Good to see Farley going strong to the basket. See a look at it here, had an open lane, take it strong. Opportunity for 2 free throws.
Farley leads all scorers tonight with 18 points, make that 19. Looking for another 20-plus point output game on the season. Young man who's just a junior. One of those guys, it feels like he's been here forever. He's played 3 very long years here for Frankfort.
And if you're a Frankfort fan, glad that he's back for his 4th and senior year next year.
Absolutely. And if he keeps the scoring pace up, he's probably going to climb the scoring list pretty quickly. That one was a pass that nearly went in.
Yeah, exactly. Bounced on the rim twice. That was unusual to see, but.
Kirby to Wayne Scott. Wayne Scott can't finish. Rebounded out by Oppie, and here comes Hess. Raimondo, free throw line jumper. Wood on the rebound. Kirby loses the handle going down the lane. Another turnover for Frankfort. Hess, boy, he's got a little sauce in his game.
Yeah, he does. That's a nice up and under there. Last time he took it strong with the left hand. That time up and under.
Almost got the steal here. 8 points for Hess as he's getting closer to that season average. He gets it into Wayne Scott and comes right back to the ball. Get it down to Adams. Big fella goes to work in the paint. Now on the kick out, a turnover on Frankfort. Watson down the lane. Wood there on another rebound. Man, Doug's done a nice job on the glass tonight.
One of the seniors doing the things that we talk about, got to get done.
Farley leaves this one short. There's Wood on the offensive glass. And they call him for a traveling violation.
Wow. I didn't see that. Doug Wood doing a good job of getting his hands on that offensive rebound. One thing you don't want to see for Frankfort come into this quarter with only 6 turnovers. Now they already have 3, so a total of 9. Don't want to have a bunch of turnovers here in the fourth quarter for the Hot Dogs.
There's a turnover from Southmont. Foot race the other way. Kirby, finish. Another and one opportunity for Kai Kirby.
Kai Kirby here on the run out, showing good ball strength, hand strength, finishing through the contact. Opportunity for a three-point play.
They also took out the photographer down there under the bucket. I'm glad everybody's all right. I bet that picture's one for the yearbook right there.
Yeah, that was, they're not bringing the stretcher out, so I think we're good.
Kirby's and one opportunity rattles out. He's got 18 tonight. Farley with 20, Kirby with 18. Battle down low and put back up and in. Lucas Oppie gets a bucket. He's got 6, and we get a whistle here for a timeout. 9-point game right now here at Frankfort High School. This portion of our broadcast brought to us by the Healthy Communities of Clinton County. They want you to know that recovery is possible. If you or someone you love is struggling with addiction, reach out to Healthy Communities at 659-6063 or visit their website at healthyclintoncounty.org to get access to resources that will help you get back on the road to recovery. Fantastic night of basketball here on the ISC. A Wednesday night affair. This game was actually slated to be played last Friday, Joe.
Yeah, a little snow in the area. Probably a wise decision to postpone, go to another night. That would have been some hazardous travel. I know I was out moving around a little bit Friday, and the roads were slick.
I came in here anyway to get ready for the girls' semi-state. We were working that for the IHSAA that day, was ISC, and I ran into athletic secretary and June Palmer, and she was doing some work, and she said, you know, I'm kind of glad as Kirby finishes here. She said, I'm kind of glad that it's postponed because I got to get up early. I got a bunch of breakfast to make tomorrow for the hospitality room.
Well, there's always a benefit somewhere.
And I'll tell you, it was fantastic. I ate good on Saturday.
Some guys get all the luck, I tell you.
Frankfort had a really nice hospitality room. We had Applebee's wings. There were about 72,000 different kinds of cookies as Kirby scores again.
Kirby's had an enormous amount of success tonight getting on that left-hand side for the layup. He's done a good job getting to the basket.
It's a 13-point lead right now. That one just barely grazes the net. Frankfort on the rebound. And now Wood very wisely says, hey, pump the brakes, fellas. Let's slow this down.
Yeah, there's no need for Frankfort to rush into a shot. If you get a good shot right away, take it.
Frankfort trying to get win number 9 on the season. We talked earlier about their sectional draw and what that matchup's going to look like. They'll play Wednesday night. They'll take on Rensselaer Central. It's a sectional that's got some talented teams in it, but it's really anybody's game.
Absolutely, yeah. I think it's wide open as it's been ever.
Foley on the board here for Southmont. Of course, the Sagamore Conference, as it's known today, will be no longer. These two teams will be part of a new conference. Raimondo knocks down a 2. He's got 8. They'll bring in a couple of new teams. But I saw the other day, I read where McCutcheon and Harrison are actually joining Danville, Tri-West, Lebanon in what will be the new Sagamore Conference. for the teams that are
Really?
kind of left over there. So
McCutcheon and Harrison.
McCutcheon and Harrison.
Interesting.
That.
Very interesting. Yeah, I did not know that. Had not seen that. Appreciate the update there.
They thought that it was a good competitive balance across the board for everyone. Obviously, Danville and Tri-West have had some success in football the last few years, and you've got a team in Harrison who's been really good. So
yeah,
I think it kind of matches up. And then, of course, in basketball, I feel like they're a good fit across the board. After the NCC, I hate to say voted out, but voted to not continue with McCutcheon and Harrison.
Right.
So they were kind of left as outsiders looking in. It's good to see that they were able to find a home.
Excellent. Yeah. Obviously, that's good information there. Did not know that.
Us old timers, we don't like a lot of change. You know, the Sagamore's been the Sagamore for a long time.
You kind of get used to it. So
it's kind of weird to think that Frankfort and Lebanon won't be in the same conference anymore. But by golly, they better keep that regular season matchup. Or
I got to believe they would. But it would be interesting now with Tri-West and Danville not in your conference if Frankfort will change that around.
Yeah.
Obviously, they're going to have a few other teams to schedule that will be in their conference. So see how that works out.
Danville's basketball team this year is fantastic. I believe they're number 1 right now in 3A.
They were earlier this year, so I think a good job there by Frankfort pulling that out. Didn't have a wide open layup.
Adams dribbles out of trouble here. Well, now he loses it. Hits the deck. Bodies all over the place. Kirby gets that one from his feet and gets it up over the rim.
Somehow Frankfort got their hands on that ball. Kirby able to get another left-handed shot to go down.
Good grief. I don't know how he did that.
Yeah.
I pulled every muscle in my body for him there as he gets the steal here. Run out, other way, right hand finish. 26 points for Kai Kirby. He had 9 at the half.
As the previous game, scoring load for the Hot Dogs handled by Farley and Kirby.
Blocked there by Wayne Scott, but they call the foul. Coach Scholl beside himself over here.
That whistle was kind of didn't really hear much of a whistle. I don't know if the whistle P got stuck or what, but
McMasters will head to the line for 2. It's perfect from the line so far here tonight, and he'll stay that way. 7 points off the bench for McMasters. Young man that averages almost 6 points per game.
Good looking free throw stroke there by McMasters.
Kirby putting on a little bit of a dribbling clinic here.
Wow.
That one taken away by McMasters.
You can see that coming.
Tried to follow, no, but right there's Ramondo on the follow. He's in double figures with 10. Boy, the Dogs got lucky there, too. Wood barely got reestablished in bounds.
Yeah. Frankfort still holding an 11-point lead. Do not need to be in a hurry.
McMasters there, punches it away, but he's the last to touch it. Hayden Hess coming back in. Oppie comes out. Southmont not going to pressure here. They're going to wait till it's about half court. Now they'll bring some trapping. Foul on McMasters.
Southmont's third foul this quarter. Still one more foul to give. As you had mentioned earlier, we're still learning that phrase, foul to give, in high school.
It's another one of those changes that we're so fond of. Every once in a while they institute a new rule in a different sport, and you're like, hey, this one's all right.
Nah, I don't
Pitch
know.
clock in baseball. I'm enjoying that one.
Yeah. I kind of miss the pressure sometimes with the 1-on-1, but
yeah.
I'm sure Frankfort a turnover.
Hess heads the other way. Little Euro step. Now the pass to Raimondo. Under 2 minutes.
Frankfort
dodged
a big bullet there. Timeout, Frankfort.
Coach Scholl wants to talk this over with his players and make sure they're all on the same page here. It's taking care of the basketball down the stretch. It's really all they got to do, and they'll hang on to this victory, Joe.
Yep. Just take care of the basketball. Limit turnovers. Frankfort 4 turnovers this quarter, but definitely need to take care of the ball. Keep their spacing out. Keep the ball moving. Don't allow themselves to get trapped.
Been a great night for senior Kai Kirby. 26 points, leads all scorers. Alex Farley's got 20 as well for Frankfort. Those two been the dynamic duo.
They have been. They have been the Batman and Robin 2 games in a row here for the Hot Dogs.
46 of the 53 points.
I think we'll see Frankfort. Carson Hale will come in here after this timeout to help assist on the ball handling. Isaac Adams probably going to take a seat on the bench.
Smart substitution patterns there as they go offense, defense.
And I want to mention Adams has done a good job, though, in the second half, getting some hands on the rebounds, securing the ball for Frankfort. Has not scored this evening, but has got several rebounds for Frankfort at critical times.
Southmont's ratcheted up their intensity a little bit here, and it's caused Frankfort to get a little bit sloppy down the stretch. See if they're able to take care of the basketball. Next foul, and the Hot Dogs will be shooting free throws. And that foul comes right here. So 2 fouls now, or 2 free throws headed your way for Kai Kirby.
Wow, that's interesting. I thought maybe he got fouled out far enough that he wouldn't get the opportunity for 2 free throws, but the official said he does.
15 foul, that's why.
My bad.
You saw it right. Definitely foul on the floor. That was the 3rd foul against Evan Watson. Or first foul against Evan Watson, if I could count. Kirby perfect at the line in this trip. Had a season-high, career-high 36 earlier this season. May run out of time in this one, but he's getting a lot closer.
55-42 Frankfort lead. Southmont needs to get their shots up quickly here and knock them down.
Joe, with 80 seconds left to go in this one, you look at Frankfort's schedule, and of course there's some games out there that they should not have lost. They're games that the talent on this team, they should have won, had a better showing. But there are also games on there where you go back and look earlier in the season, they lost a 5-point game to the number 1 team in 2A in Tipton.
Yeah.
And they were there all the way up till the finish. You get
right,
foul here.
Absolutely. That's games like that, games this evening is what give you hopes for next week in the tournament action. So no reason to think that Frankfort cannot be competitive next week in their own tournament here.
And they've played a tough schedule this year. McCutcheon, Carroll, Danville. There's some teams out there with quite a few victories.
Right. That 6-game losing streak Frankfort's riding coming into this game might have had something to do with the scheduling. Kind of a quirk in the schedule. Had a long road trip there, if you will. Had several games. This game this evening, I think it's been about a month since Frankfort had their previous game here at home.
It's like the NBA going out on a West Coast trip for 6 games.
Yeah, exactly.
Wayne Scott gets the foul to drop. 2 points tonight for Edwin.
Senior Doug Woods played most games, has not scored, but has done many, many good things for the Hot Dogs. Not in the scoring column, but things that help your team to win.
I'd about bet he's got to be close to double-digit rebounds. That shot off, Farley was going to push and run and got ahead of himself there. Turnover.
Turnover probably won't hurt this evening, but you'd hate to see that in a close game.
If Coach Scholl takes another timeout, it might just be get it out. Whatever it is, get it out. We don't need any more of those as we head into tournament play. Kirby trying to track it down. He can't. It's Dawson Mason, number 24, into the game for Southmont, who tracked it down. Jacob Fox, they get it back to Mason. His three off the mark as Coach Byram has put some reserves into the game. A shot off, but Southmont, wow, I thought they were going to grab another one there. And now we're going to get a substitution timeout with under 10 seconds.
Opportunity for the three seniors for Frankfort to get a little applause here coming out of the game. Job well done tonight, seniors.
Obviously, it's the last time these guys will play on this floor in the regular season. Now, Frankfort is the host school for the sectional, so they'll still get some time in front of the home fans here at Frankfort. But yeah, a great way to honor those seniors, give them their moment on their night. And Farley doesn't even have to get this one across the timeline here. Clock runs out. What a great showing tonight for these Frankfort Hot Dogs. They led throughout, 57-42, a 15-point lead. Frankfort gets their 9th win of the season.
I thought Frankfort answered the bell after those 6 losses tonight. Got a good showing here at home. 57-42 victory. I thought the intensity was there from the tip throughout the game. I thought they played well, played smart, got a lot of good shots, so able to knock them in, and it's a great victory for Frankfort tonight.
Our player of the game brought to us by the Frankfort Eagles is going to be Kai Kirby. 28 points tonight for Kai Kirby, and man, he's like a bull in a china shop when he gets in the lane. He is going to bully you around, and he finds a way to score.
Yeah, here we get to see 2 of Kirby's 28, but yeah, he did a great job tonight getting on that left-hand side, as you see right there on a finish. When he gets that left hand coming through the lane, as he does right there, he's going to be successful most of the time.
Kai Kirby wasn't a football player, but he probably should have been. I think he would have been a heck of a running back had they given him the rock. 28 points tonight for the senior here on senior night. Again, he's our Eagles Clinton County player of the game. Congratulations, Kai Kirby. We want to thank everybody behind the scenes here at the Hot Dog Network, Richard Salee, and all the students that make these broadcasts possible. And we also want to remind you, tonight's game was sponsored. It was a product of Day and Ginda Funeral Home. Proud supporters of high school athletics in Clinton and Carroll County. By the Eagles. They are people helping people. Healthy communities of Clinton County, making the healthy choice the easy choice. And by the Farmers Bank. Let's grow. Joe, it's been a fantastic regular season with you on the airwaves, my friend. Hopefully we may get some tournament games. So
Kudos
stay tuned
to you, Sean. I appreciate it very much. Thank you.
Again, fans, tune in Friday night to ISC. We've got our final regular season game for you as Carroll hosts Eastern. Signing off from Case Arena in Frankfort High School tonight, I'm Sean Walker. I was joined by Joe Rook. We appreciate you tuning in. Have a good evening.